Hi, folks. This is the Lakeville Cable Committee meeting. As a preliminary matter, I am Bob Marshall, the chairman of that committee, and permit me to confirm that all members, staff, and persons anticipated on the agenda are present and can hear me. When I call your name, would you please respond in the affirmative? Tom Sirignano? Tom, you're muted.
Oh, sorry.
Tom Sirignano? Tom?
I'm here. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
I was unmuting and Jose was remuting me.
Here.
Sorry.
Okay, Fred Beals is not. And we have the executive director of LakeCAM, Jose Indencio, here with us, who is here at our request. And Bill August, our cable attorney, is here at our request as well. Good afternoon. This open meeting of the Lakeville Cable Advisory Committee is being conducted remotely, consistent with Governor Baker's executive order of March 12, 2020, due to the current state of emergency in the Commonwealth due to the outbreak of COVID-19 virus. In order to mitigate the transmission of the COVID-19 virus, we have been advised and directed by the Commonwealth to suspend public gatherings. And as such, the governor's order suspends the requirement of the open meeting law to have all meetings in a publicly accessible physical location. Further, all members of public bodies are allowed and encouraged to participate remotely. Just as a piece of information, we have on our agenda a piece of information that we want to discuss in our open portion of our hearing before we move into an executive session to discuss the bargaining positions relative to Comcast, which is what we've been doing for some time, trying to get a new license with them. The executive session is listed as a topic for discussion on the meeting notice. The public body has convened an open session first. I have announced the purpose for the executive meeting, which is to discuss items of bargaining with Comcast, and we don't want to reveal what those are to Comcast, which is why we would be going into executive session. And let's see, purpose for which the executive session was called. For example, the chair identified the party and public body may be negotiating with, and that's Comcast, etc. I've stated whether I believe that the public body, our committee, will adjourn from executive session and will not reconvene in open session. And I have stated, or I am stating, that having the discussion in open session would have a detrimental effect on the public body's negotiating position, bargaining position, etc. And finally, when we do go into executive session, I'll entertain a motion to do so, and then we'll have to take a roll call vote. And folks, you'll remind me to take that roll call vote because it seems as though I always forget. Okay, having said all of that, guys, shortly before the meeting, this meeting, I did send to you something that Jose sent me a couple of days ago, which is the where the present ascertainment about Verizon's upcoming negotiations stand. As you know, we sent out a survey for the townspeople to vote in. And Jose, can you tell me how many people we presently have who have responded?
Over 400.
Over 400. Wow, that's very good. That's more than we had last time.
I was just going to go there to get the number as of this minute, but I don't think it's relevant.
No, that's okay. Over 400.
It's not much higher than 400.
Very good. which will, and again, not all of those are Verizon customers, but many of the, as I saw in the summary, Jose, it was almost 55% were Verizon customers, which is good. Plus, I've sent out a letter to all of our town departments, and I've received some responses already, asking them how they use it, what concerns they might have, etc. So we'll have that input. And then when we meet with the Board of Selectmen, the issuing authority, sometime in late February or early March, and I'm not exactly sure what the date of that meeting will be. I have to coordinate it with the Selectmen's office. Once we have that date, we meet by Zoom, I presume. We will have their input too. It is my hope. And then with the input of all of the boards, at least 400 people in town, many of whom are Verizon customers, and then of course our own experience and input, we'll have a pretty good cache of information to go forward to negotiate various items for a new license with Verizon. That's really all I have to say about that, just to bring us up to date.
One point.
Tom, Walter, do you have anything that you want to add?
Yeah, Jose, when's the last day someone can do the survey?
That's one thing we wanted to talk about.
Yeah, we haven't set a date yet.
Okay.
It's probably going to be around February 15th.
That sounds like a good date to me. What do you think, guys?
Yeah.
That's that's more than almost 2 months open.
Right. Be about a month and 3/4 or thereabouts, which I think is fine. I think I've noticed that the number of responses have begun to dwindle a bit. So I don't know that we'll get many more after the 15th.
We've got
Jose, if we stop it at the 15th, do you think that will give us sufficient time to gather the information in a summary format?
Yes, it would be in the exact same format you've already received.
Right.
Which is in every single response, being in every single answer to every question, which turns into a very large file.
It does.
But the summary file is much easier, and it's really the one that people should be looking at. But that doesn't give them the level of detail to exactly what people's comments were at the end of it, which is really the most interesting part.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed. Now, guys, my apologies to you for sending it as late as I did. I think I'm having brain cramps recently. Not to mention, this morning I woke up to a gas smell in the house, which is all resolved at this point. So, brain cramps notwithstanding. Anything else we want to talk about with respect to?
So, February 15th is the official date. Do we need to vote on that or not?
That's what I was going to just ask.
I make a motion.
Do you have a motion to that effect, Walter?
Yeah, I'll make the motion.
Okay, there's a motion made to cut off the survey results at February 15th. Is there a second?
Second.
All right, second by Tom. Any further discussion? All those in favor of cutting off the survey results at February 15th, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstentions. Very good. Okay. Now, anything else about Verizon's ascertainment that we want to discuss?
Not that I
Okay.
can think of.
One quick question.
Yes.
And I apologize if you mentioned this, because for 1 minute I was just checking an important. Do you have a date for an ascertainment?
No, what I said earlier, Bill,
Yeah.
was it'll be sometime late February or very early March. That's all I know right now.
To be within the 6 months from their letter?
It will, because it'll be March 23rd, I
All right.
think is the.
Right, I
6th
haven't
month.
looked at that in a while, so I just wanted to make sure. I know you guys are on top of it. I
Yeah,
just wanted to
we got
double
the letter. We got the letter from Verizon September 23rd. So 6 months from then is March 23rd.
Okay, good.
Okay, very good.
That sounds excellent. You're right on time, perfect timetable.
Right.
Good.
Okay, so can I have a motion, or I'm going to make a motion then to move into executive session to discuss bargaining positions on the upcoming Comcast license renewal and not to reconvene in open session. That's my motion.
I'll second that motion.
All right, there's a second by Tom. Is there any discussion on that? Okay, then we'll take a roll call vote. Walter Healy,
Yes.
Tom Sorignano,
Yay.
Bob Marshall, yes. No abstentions, no negative votes. All right, we are now in executive session.